In a quiet town surrounded by hills and dusty roads, there lived a man named Adam. He was known as the Silent One. People saw him every day walking slowly, fixing old things, feeding stray animals, but very few had ever heard him speak. Some thought he was proud. Others thought he was strange. No one really knew his story. Adam lived in a small, broken house at the edge of the town. The paint had peeled off long ago, and the roof leaked during rain. Yet every evening, soft lights glowed from his windows, and outside his door, dogs always gathered. There were 5 dogs who followed Adam everywhere. The oldest was Max, a large black dog with gray hair around his eyes. He walked slowly, but watched everything carefully. Then there was Bruno, strong and fearless, with scars on his body from old fights. Luna, a white female dog, was gentle and calm. Spike was small, fast, and always excited. And finally, Shadow, a quiet brown dog who stayed closest to Adam, never leaving his side. People often wondered why these dogs followed him. Some children threw stones at them, calling them dirty strays. Some shopkeepers chased them away. But Adam always stood in front of the dogs, silently protecting them. He never argued. He never shouted. His eyes said enough. Years ago, Adam had been very different. He once had a family, a good job, and a voice full of laughter. He worked as a bus driver and loved long roads and new faces. He had a wife named Sarah and a young son named Daniel. Life was simple, but it was happy. One night, while driving through a storm, Adam's bus met with a terrible accident. The road was slippery, visibility was low, and another vehicle crashed into the bus. Many people survived, but Adam's wife and son, who were traveling with him that night, did not. That night took Adam's family and his voice. After the accident, Adam stopped talking. Doctors said his throat was fine, but his heart was broken beyond repair. Words felt heavy. Silence felt safer. He left his job, left the city, and came to the small town where no one knew him. That was when the dogs came into his life, one by one. Max was the first. Adam found him injured near the road. Adam cleaned his wounds and fed him. Max never left. Bruno appeared later, angry and aggressive. Adam sat in front of him quietly every day, offering food, never showing fear. Bruno learned trust again. Luna was abandoned by her owners. Spike was born on the street. Shadow was different. Shadow followed Adam from the day Adam arrived in town, as if he had been waiting for him. Adam did not speak to the dogs, but he communicated with them better than most people could. A look, a hand movement, a gentle touch, this was his language now. One winter night, something happened that changed everything. A fire broke out in the town market. Shops burned quickly, and smoke filled the air. People ran in fear. Children cried. Chaos spread. Adam was repairing a broken chair in his house when Shadow suddenly stood up and growled. Max began barking loudly. Bruno ran toward the town. Adam knew something was wrong. Without thinking, Adam grabbed his coat and followed the dogs. When they reached the market, flames were everywhere. People shouted that a little girl was missing. She had been seen near one of the burning shops. Firefighters were late. The fire was spreading fast. Before anyone could stop them, the dogs ran into the smoke. Adam stood frozen for a second, then ran after them. Inside the burning shop, smoke burned Adam's eyes. He could barely breathe. Then he heard a soft cry. Shadow barked sharply and led Adam to a corner where the little girl was trapped under fallen wood. Max and Bruno pulled at the burning pieces. Luna stayed beside the girl, licking her face to keep her awake. Adam lifted the wood with all his strength. His arms burned, his lungs screamed, but he did not stop. For the first time in years, a sound came out of Adam's mouth. Daniel. The name escaped him like a prayer. He grabbed the child, held her close, and followed the dogs out. Moments later, the shop collapsed. The town stood in silence as Adam walked out of the smoke, carrying the child, surrounded by dogs. Firefighters arrived just after the girl survived. Adam collapsed. When he woke up in the hospital, the dogs were waiting outside his room. The townspeople were there too. For the first time, they looked at Adam, not as the silent stranger, but as a hero. The little girl's parents cried and thanked him. Adam nodded, tears falling freely. That day, Adam spoke again, not loudly, not much, but enough. He said, "They saved her, not me." From that day on, the town changed. People brought food for the dogs. Children played with them. The mayor offered Adam a job. But Adam chose something else. He opened a small animal shelter, with help from the town. A place for lost dogs, a place for healing. Adam never became a talkative man again, but he smiled more. He laughed sometimes, and every night, 5 dogs slept outside his door. Adam had lost his voice once, but through loyalty, love, and silent friendship, he found it again.